just wanna be part of your symphony. We hold me tight and not let go.
Hi.
Hello. Welcome back
Welcome
to
back to Hot Girl Spiral. I'm Anna.
And I'm Monica.
And here we are again.
Again.
If you're still with us, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. As usual. What?
Sorry. No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's just been
A week.
No, I mean,
Oh.
I don't even know. I'm just tripping right now.
Okay, so as usual, we're gonna start with our highs and our lows. I'll go first.
Okay.
Um I I don't know. Doing something new starting at the end of the month.
What?
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna say it here because I don't want to share it just yet. 'Cause I'm trying to think like if I want to like actually share it to like the world. No, but I don't know. I don't want to share it just yet.
Not till it's finalized.
Uh-huh. It's nothing big. It's really not.
Okay, but it's like something that you're going to do like starting at the end of
Starting at the end of the month.
Whew.
And
The suspense is killing me.
the suspense is going to kill you. No, I'm kidding. I feel like you're
What?
worried now.
A little worried.
No, it's not bad. It has nothing to do with you.
I didn't think that.
Okay. Has everything to do with me and my personal growth. Now it's even more scary, right?
Yeah. Growth, this change is scary.
It's nothing. Nothing's crazy happening. I'm making this bigger than it is. And then when
We
I
love that
actually
dramatics.
Yeah, and then when I actually share it, I'm just like, that's freaking stupid. Anyways, I guess that's my high. It's not really a high. It's just I don't know, I couldn't think of anything else. And my low for the week, I think you're sharing about this, which is the only
That's fine.
reason why mine is the same as yours. Our queen pea, Poppy, is having some health issues.
Yeah.
And that's a worry for me because I love Poppy. And yeah, I love her.
Yeah. And that was my low for the week. It's been a lot of crying in the past few days because like obviously I'm a mother. I go to like worst case scenarios in my head and all the stuff, but like I don't know. It's a lot. But everyone just keep your Poppy in your thoughts and
Your prayers, you can say it.
your prayers if you do that.
Why didn't you want to say that?
I always feel like weird asking people for their prayers because like I'm not praying for them. So like asking for I don't know, it just seems weird. Like
I don't know. I mean, I get it,
like
but
whatever you do, manifest, like whatever, like we're basically just hoping it's not the C word right now. So
Yeah.
we are waiting to hear for the results. That was my low, but I think my high is also associated with that, oddly enough, is my support that I've gotten like from like my people, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like you and Isis, like just like the very few people that know, like I just feel like the genuine care. I just feel like not just for me, but for Poppy, you know?
It goes a long way for Poppy. She really appreciates it.
Yeah, no, I mean like your care for me, but
Mhm.
not just for me, for
But for
Poppy as
Poppy, yeah.
also like
Well, I only said it that way because the ongoing joke we have here, whenever I'm sure people do this, where they like give their animals like they do like dialogue
Yeah.
with them, or like Poppy said this. The one that we have with Poppy is always like Poppy being like, "Oh, you guys are so annoying," or like,
Yeah.
"Get away from me," or like, "Don't look at me," or something like that.
Poppy's a bitch.
That's the only reason I say like, yeah, because Poppy really cares for the prayers. But no, I get what you mean. It is nice.
And no, it's just like I know that either one of you would like do whatever it took to like help save her life. Like that was just like hearing you guys just say it just made me like feel like
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Fuck
she's
this
special.
Pop.
She really is.
But
Where is she?
she's on her new couch.
That'd be awesome if she came up here, like she did that one time.
She just
She's
like
But yeah, okay.
So those are the highs and the layers. But
That's nice. Like, kind of like being able to like acknowledge the low, but in that same low, there's still like a lot of, like niceness and positivity
yeah.
that came out of
Oh
that,
my God, I love that. Thank
and
you for bringing that
and
to my
that
attention.
you were able to like kind of switch it, or I don't not to see the good in the situation, but in that you're able to be grateful and show gratitude to like the people that are there supporting you and how it means to you and stuff.
This this is so perfect.
Anyways.
I'm gonna use that in group tonight.
Group.
I'm gonna be like, this is a skill set I use.
The skill set I
Gratitude.
use. It's true.
Check out this.
Goes a long way.
But anyways, last week we talked about the difference between empathy and sympathy, and how empathy is feeling big emotions with another person, but not just other people, but also with yourself. Like, it's important to be empathetic with yourself, to just be present and to be understanding with yourself. And that's especially in the midst of chaos, but this week we're going to talk about who we are without the chaos. We're going to try to identify ourselves when we're no longer in survival mode.
Oof. 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 Sounds like a big task.
I don't know why, but
That's your ADHD.
oh my God.
What?
Speaking of ADHD, I literally in therapy, I wish my therapist watched this because that would be so funny. But she
Send it
doesn't.
to her.
She doesn't even know what our podcast is called. Anyways, but I was like in the middle of talking about something serious with my therapist, and I literally don't know what came across, but like I literally said, "That's a nice boulder."
What?
Out of nowhere. And then
What an
I
idiot.
immediately slapped myself in the face, and I was like, I'm sorry, I think that's SpongeBob. And someone later told me that was
This was in
Shrek.
group? This is in group?
No, this is my individual therapy.
But how did someone else tell you?
I was telling
The
my
group?
sis about it.
Oh,
And
I
she
thought you
was
meant in
like,
group.
that's from Shrek.
It
And I
is.
was like,
That is
oh.
a nice boulder.
I'm like picturing, I don't know if you know the boulders that SpongeBob rides in the show.
No.
But whatever.
Doesn't Sandy ride them? Oh, no, they all ride them.
Yeah,
That's their car.
I think so, yeah.
Or something.
No,
Or
it's just like an episode, but
Oh,
like, whatever. The whole point is I randomly blurted that out, and Isis was like, you know what it was? It was that you couldn't deal with the trauma, so your head just immediately went somewhere else, just like it did the other day with that Hannah Montana song.
What happened with the Hannah Montana song?
Whatever. We'll talk about it later.
Too long.
But too long.
This is too long on
This is
hype
sidetrack.
of those.
But the
That's
whole
funny.
point is I'm crazy.
No, the whole
And
point
I was
is that
like,
you have
I
ADHD.
literally slapped myself in the face, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
What
I
did
think
she
that's
say?
SpongeBob. She just like laughed, and she was like, you're fine.
She was like taking notes. Crazy.
Caught it. Yeah, keep going.
Today. Manic. My God.
But any whoozy doozy.
Any hoopsie doozy. Okay, so with chaos, when we're in chaos, we're like in this mode of survival, what we
Mhm.
call survival mode. And basically, survival mode is a chronic stress state that you're in.
Like fight or flight mode.
Yeah. And there's other things that go into that. But basically, when you're in this chronic stress state, your body is trying to survive and be safe. And so when it's like that, you're not able to, grow or
Heal.
Um,
Guess is gross. But
yeah, or just like
Uh-huh.
nothing, like you're not able to like arise or like
yeah,
grow. You can't grow. So with that, every day feels very overwhelming.
Overwhelmed.
It feels very like you don't want to do it, right? And it takes a toll on you physically as well as mentally, emotionally. You're just exhausted, difficulty focusing. You might feel numb or very reactive, right? You have short fuse. Basically, if you were like in a lot of stress for a long time, or in general, like if you're in stress, you're either stressed for a long time. What am I trying to say here?
Yeah, chronic versus acute.
Yeah, like you would be like either quick to like reactive and lash out, or you'd be like
The other extreme.
apathetic and like don't care. Like the chronic, the over time, the prolonged stress can show itself in different ways.
Yeah. So what are like signs that people are facing this ailment?
So signs, you're gonna be very hypervigilant. So waiting for something bad to happen. We're just very on edge. You're gonna have stress. You might feel numb or apathetic towards things.
Yeah, you said that.
Anything like that would call for rest or like peace is
Like
gonna
finding
feel
joy or
yeah,
anything.
anything like that is gonna feel very hard to achieve, or if you get there for a little bit, you might feel guilty about it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Poor eating habits. Either you neglect your nutrition or you overeat. You might feel very low, hopeless, which would be with the depression side of it, or super anxious and just like always on edge.
Wait. This is starting to get a little heavy and a little bit like you're calling me out.
At first, I didn't know where you were going with that. No, I mean, it just is what it is, but
It is what it is, but I'm feeling attacked.
it is what it is. If that's you.
Yeah,
No.
shoe fits.
No, I mean, I'm the same.
Oh.
I think what I was kind of saying with, well, I don't know, this might be very confusing, but when I was reading about this, I thought a lot about you and I felt like my chaotic survival mode wasn't necessarily like back then. I'm talking about when you and I were unhealthy. My survival mode wasn't like I was on edge a little bit, but I feel like mine was just more on the depressive side. And then yours was more like crazy, like not crazy, but like more,
Yeah, like mania.
yeah, a little more like active in terms of like always
fight or
anxious,
flight,
fight or
yeah.
flight, all that. Speaking of fight or flight, that's also a sign that you might be in this chaotic survival mode. You might be either in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn.
The fuck is fun?
Okay, so well, fight, obviously, you're aggressive. You're going to be confrontational. You lash out. Also, you might be really defensive or like people can't tell you anything or like, whatever. Flight, you're getting out of there. Your head, what's a saying?
like-
You're heading for dodge. Isn't that the same? You know what I'm saying?
I-
Get out of dodge. Is that the same?
Who's from the South? Me or you?
I don't know, but isn't that the thing?
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, so like
I didn't know how it was used, but yeah, I
get out of dodge. I feel like I've seen that in a movie. I don't know, but you're just wanting to get out. You're physically you remove yourself from whatever situation is causing this chaos. You avoid things. You might physically run away, leave.
done that.
Avoiding people, avoiding conversations, anything that makes that chaos worse. And you just need to survive. You're gonna do it. Freeze. You literally become immobile, like. Or you can't act. Like you don't take any
Done
action.
that.
You can't take any action. Let's see through each one. Done that. You shut down, you zone out physically, mentally. Physically zone out. What does that look like? I don't know. And then fawning is people pleasing to avoid harm. Yeah. Yeah. So you you fawn, like you're just like
Using fawn, like that's like a normal. You fawn,
It is
like you swim,
You're like you over apologize. Everyone goes before you.
I've never heard the word fawn before.
Really?
Unless I feel like maybe that was like the name of a baby deer is a fawn.
Yeah, it is. But that's not what this is referring to. but basically you're not gonna do any you're just complying. I'm not gonna cause a rift. Whatever happens, happens. And then those are all chaotic states in their own way.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a fawn.
I'm a
fight, flight.
what we call it, a pilot. Como se dice, el pilot. Sorry.
This is kidding.
Okay, we're getting like.
Anyways, why would you say a pilot though? Because you fly?
I'm in flight mode.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so
I'm getting the hell out of Dodge.
okay, so yeah, so those are some signs that you might be in chaos.
And
survival.
there's this thing, and it was like the neuroscience of it all.
Mhm.
The brain releases cortisol and adrenaline in your survival mode, which causes your nervous system to like normalize this urgency or this sense of urgency. And so if you've always lived in chaos, then peace can be like uncomfortable, even like feel unsafe.
Yeah, you're not used to that.
Yeah, because it's like simply boring, but like also like
You're like, this sucks.
to the point of unsafe.
Where's the drama?
Drama?
Speaking of the neuroscience,
Drama llama.
Speaking of the neuroscience, I was like in regards to like the survival mode. You have the nervous system, obviously, and then there's the one responsible for your fight or flight, which is the sympathetic, and then the parasympathetic is rest digest. So basically, between those, there's a dysregulation. They're out of balance, and that's what's going on neuroscientifically.
Some seesaw shit.
Yeah, or just like not adding shit ain't adding up.
Seesaw was my favorite thing on the playground. You know, they took that away real quick.
Yeah,
It
you
was
were probably
unsafe.
hurting people.
No, I mean like playgrounds stopped putting seesaws in.
Oh, I thought you meant because, like, you played with it and they took it out. That's basically what
How
you sounded
bad?
like. You
Actually,
were a
that would
bully.
be
Yeah, that would
something
be
that
you.
I would be like, okay, anyways.
Anyways, so
So basically, survival, state of all of those things that she said that I'm not going to repeat to recap. And if you always lived in chaos, basically peace can be a bit much.
a bit much.
A bit much. And now we're talking about identifying ourself outside of that survival.
Yeah,
So
outside the chaos.
when we're no longer in the chaos, who are we? But like what I was saying was that chaos can masquerade as excitement or passion.
Yeah.
And you had an example for that.
Yes. So I have this lady at work who, I could be wrong, but I think that I always say that she needs the drama and the chaos to like function,
Yeah.
because I think that's just how
High
I don't-
functioning dramatolic.
yeah, and there's just a lot of drama, the need to like create something out of nothing or to make herself appear very busy.
Yeah.
And I don't know, because I'm not really sure about her job, but I'm just like, how are you this busy? And you know why I think that is because it'll be 8 in the morning just getting there. And not that I talk to her that early in the morning, but there's been times 9 o'clock, whatever. The day
Don't give so much details. People are gonna do like a cross examination and be like eliminating people based on what time you talk to them in the
Listen,
day.
my point is that I may see her early in the morning, and it has not nearly been enough time since the day has started for her to come across as aggressive as she does.
Okay.
And it's like what's happened in the hour that you've been here that could cause this type of reaction when I'm just like saying what's up or just trying to talk to you for a second about something. You
Yeah.
know, so I don't know, I feel like, so yes, and and people might be like, "Oh, what a great hard worker." And maybe she is, but I don't know. Like, I guess going to the point of like what you're saying as it masks excitement or passion.
Yeah,
It's
like it looks like she's very passionate about her job.
right. Wants to, do a good
Not
job, and
saying she's not.
yeah, and she's so
but-
busy and this and that and whatever. Maybe she is. Maybe I'm wrong, but my
But
point
yeah.
is that we don't know. Only she does. So if you're watching this,
You know who you are.
I can assure you she's not watching this.
Yeah.
Or he's not watching this. I'm just trying to make it so nobody knows what I'm talking about. Or they.
Okay. Anyways.
We need to move on.
We need to move on. So, basically, we are searching for we're not searching for anything. Okay, shut up, Anna. My God, the voices in my head. You know what my therapist literally asked me if I hear voices.
Did she really? Why would she
was
ask
like,
you
do
that?
you hear auditory voices? Because I was talking about it's so loud in my head, and it's always like a back and forth, and sometimes I feel like it's somebody else.
Ask her if she's never heard of the fucking inner critic. Like, oh my God, did you start laughing?
No,
Or were
I
you
think
just
I was
like
a little
no.
shook. I was like, wait, what?
Sorry.
I was like, no.
Oh
like,
no. Was she like, are you sure?
I'm not sure if she fully believed me at first. Then I proceeded to
Tell her
explain further, but like, and I did mention the inner critic. Whatever. He didn't cry.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Were you offended?
No.
You were like complimented?
I was just like, what?
Like, me? Me hear voices? Be like, you should be like, there's not enough room for me and anybody else. It's just me in here.
I got a big ego.
Yeah, basically.
Such a big ego.
This is definitely going to be a two-parter.
Okay, anyway, let's focus. Okay.
Yeah, so look,
the point is
sometimes peace feels a little boring, but it's not. And
exactamundo. No, but like a really good example that I have for that is like a lot of times when I'm like watching a movie or something, I struggle with like being present and just accepting that as not boredom, because like I'll sit
Oh,
there
because
and I'm like,
being present is very
yeah, it's like being present and allowing myself to not like dissociate, but just like actually sit there, be present, enjoy the movie. And it's like weird. It feels uncomfortable and I feel bored. And bored is a word I use to describe it, which I'm learning that is probably not the best word to use to describe it because it offends people. To say that I find
When are you
activities they like doing
when are you
boring,
not offending people?
yeah, wrong.
Okay, so
But
what word would you use then?
but I mean, I think like
Sorry, I'm thinking about the fact that she asked you for voices. Okay, wait,
she was
so
genuinely
I
concerned.
know. Wait, so what would you use to describe it if it's not boring?
Think it's not boredom, it's like
It's
uneasiness.
quiet.
Yeah, like it's uneasiness. And like, for example, I went to like a girls' night movie party.
A Shrek watch party.
Yeah, Shrek. And it was really fun, but I was very anxious going into it. And I'm just like socially like a freak.
No, you're
Oh,
not.
no, I'm not,
I
but I am.
I think it's just an uncomfortableness, and when you feel uncomfortable, you get really like you become like
I don't know. Like
RBF.
I do. I do.
Yeah.
But anyways, I like caught myself like being present and actually enjoying it. And it was so weird. Like, cause normally I'm like more dissociated, like observing. And I did have those moments, but like I also had moments of like being present and enjoying myself. And I was like,
Mhm.
what the fuck? Like it almost did feel unsafe, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like the point
The whole
of
point,
the
yeah.
whole point. That's the wrap up of that.
The wrap up.
Yeah. The wrap up of that. But what that kind of rolls into is like we're trying to identify ourselves after that survival modes. Like questions we can ask ourselves is, do I even know what I look like outside of survival? Like how do I feel worthy when I'm not like being a caretaker or being an overachiever or like
Yeah.
being like
Being in my chaotic state.
useful
Yeah.
or like whatever. Um and that actually came up this past weekend. My girlfriend asked me, she was like, so I may have said that watching TV and listening to music is boring because I dissociate a lot while doing both of those things. And I call it my boredom, like bored, like I was just saying.
You know
And
why I
she
think
was,
your psychiatrist or your therapist thought schizophrenia? Because I'm wondering how many times you say dissociate to her. That's a super alarming word.
I'm sorry.
I mean, not super alarming, but she should probably like, this girl talk about dissociation, voices, the fuck. Anyways, sorry, you realized or you told her
Anyways,
that.
I was saying it was boring. So she was like, "So what do you like to do for fun?" And I drew a blank. I was like, "The fuck do I do? Like, what brings me joy?" And I literally couldn't think of anything. Then I eventually thought of one thing, but it was going to the beach and swimming, in the ocean. I was
You
like,
do like doing that.
Anna, don't say that.
Why?
Like, that's not what she's asking right now.
Oh,
That's like not something you can just do every day. I said that to my therapist. She was like, why can't you? And I was like, she was like, it's too far. Like, it's probably like 30 minutes. She was like, so if you want to make the time for it, make the time for it. Go to the beach every day.
she's right.
And she was like, it doesn't have to be an all day thing. What if you
Mhm.
just went in the morning or something? And I was like,
Then you were like, do you know that I don't like to drive? Who will take me to the beach?
who will simply drive me?
Well,
And I was like, who would simply go with me? I would be so bored.
well, that's another thing. You don't like doing anything alone. I think you should work on that.
My therapist, we talked about that. I'm supposed to work on that.
Yeah, that's
Um,
good. But well, speaking of that, with whatever Isis asked you, what was it? What do you like to do?
fun.
Yeah, I that reminds me that, or not reminds me, but it makes me think about since I'm single and I'm like dieting. Not really, but yeah, this has been like that. So a question because it's like okay, it's through apps, obviously, that you talk to people because how does anyone meet anyone these days? But anyway, I mean, there's ways to meet people outside of an app. But for the app, when you like match with someone, it's like this small talk. And it's always these guys asking like what I like to do or like what I like or who I am or describe yourself or whatever. And I can't stand it because one, I don't like talking about myself. But then realized that I don't really know what to say. But in all that to say that the question, do I even know what I like outside of survival? I don't think I gave it much thought about what I liked because I guess I was just like focused on other people and like their needs and everything.
Yeah.
And so, like, when I started, like, prioritizing myself, which included, like, trying to find a boyfriend or anything like that, or, like, rebuild, my social life, that was, like, a question that it comes up, and I'm like, "I don't know what I like." Then I've had to, like, think about it. Honestly, every time I get asked that, I just, like, put the phone down, like, "I don't wanna answer this." Like, I don't remember what I
Yeah.
wrote to the last person.
You could just,
I
like,
got so many guys.
she got hoes
No, but
in different area
But it's
codes.
just no, they're all in this area code. Oh, no, I guess there's 331, 43 area codes? No,
Yeah.
that's zip codes.
No.
I
Well,
know, I was thinking zip codes.
yeah, but 956 3061.
Oh, that is one. I think it's like Jupiter. Anyways, my point is that it's it's caused me to try to kind of like think like, what is it that I like or who am I?
Okay, so hot girl hobbies. What is something that you want to do that has nothing to do with healing, achievement, or fixing others? What's a hobby that you want to do? Something that you haven't tried, but that you're interested in trying. Don't cheat. Don't look at my paper.
I'm not, but well, I did try some things like coming out of
The closet.
I knew you were going to say that. No, coming out of our toxicity whenever we were like finding the light. I did take piano classes for a
Oh,
little
right,
bit.
you
Yeah, I
did.
went into that for myself. It didn't go far, but mainly because she went out of town and then I was busy and then we just fell off. And now I'm just like not that interested. And I don't know why, but it's just
Maybe it'll
whatever.
come back.
It's hard. Or it's just like difficult with my fingers and like whatever. I did that. I went to Michael's 2 weekends ago and I got a bunch of paint stuff. So I painted one weekend. Haven't done it again because
But it's really good,
I
guys.
forgot how hard painting was. But I did that. What else have I done for myself? Coming out of that is when I really started getting into like working out
Mm,
and going back to the poor eating habits when you're in survival mode and chaos. When you and I were very toxic, I gained a ton of weight.
yeah.
And I'd found a lot of, I don't know, it was like emotional eating and it just like, I didn't care. It was just like very like not a cute time for me.
Not a cute time for her.
It wasn't cute. Anyways, as that was whatever fixing itself and healing and doing more things for me, one of the things was like, look, like I'm how old? 3. Like I can't just be like this big. And like if I want a baby or a boyfriend first, like I don't know, I want someone to like me and I want to like me because I'll never meet
Yeah.
someone if I don't like me. And
Yeah.
part of liking me was my image. I think it's important. It's important that you like the way that you look, and I didn't.
Yeah.
Just like I did something about it. So I think those were things, right? But those are all things of the past.
No, but
Minus the
working out is still
yeah,
now.
it is. I still do
The
it.
the art is literally last
Okay, fine.
week, so
fine.
that's new.
But yeah, those are random hobbies that I've tried. How about you?
Well, I have boxing and bar. I've tried both of those, but I really enjoy both and I want to do them again.
Yeah. Me too.
Reading, I want to read more regularly because I'm in the middle of 2 different books right now.
What are
Harry
you taking?
Potter,
I did take up
the
reading.
chapter 4,
Book 4.
book 4, a Harry Potter. Don't ask me what it's called. I don't know.
The Sorcerer's Stone. The
I don't think
Alcatraz.
so. I honestly can't even remember what it's talking about because it's been so long since I picked up the book. So I might
Gotta
have to
get-
start the book over, or at least the chapter. But that and The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which I'm really enjoying. That I want to like make time to sit down and read it, but I'm like so busy. And another thing that I put, which I feel like is sort of an achievement, you can look at it like that, but learning Spanish, I
Oh.
really want to like put more energy in like, cause it is a fun hobby for me. Like I do like learning in general. So like I'll be sometimes spend like an hour a day on Duolingo, just like learning because I
Yeah.
like to learn. That's good. Something with the podcast, I thought that was a good one.
This
Doing this
Oh.
podcast is like a creative thing that we're doing, and it's a hobby, something that
Yeah, that's true.
we put time and energy into. And one thing that I haven't tried that I do want to try is tennis.
Really?
I really want to try tennis.
I could
But
see you being a
I
tennis
feel
player.
like, oh, let's do it again. I got it, right?
Whoop. You know
That
what?
was good.
Do they?
I would have to work on my grunt.
Ah, ah. I hope your facial.
This is
I'm wheezing.
okay. This is by far
The worst podcast.
the worst podcast episode we've ever done.
Oh my
Like we're so distracted.
I wonder how I look laughing on camera.
Try not to think about it right now. I was anyways, okay, the next part was to be like joke about hobbies that we've done that were bad hobbies. Did you
Oh.
have some?
Bad hobbies.
Because I did
I
have one.
had one hobby that I picked up. I don't think it was bad.
But was it funny?
No, the only reason it became bad was because I think I just didn't go about it the right way. Remember when I was trying to I was running for a half marathon?
Oh yeah.
That was awesome. That was actually a really good hobby for me. But I think I just like was not eating enough and my knees were not working.
Yeah.
They weren't like they were hurting and I kept running and my hip, my back, things were
Yeah.
just bothering me. So it turned negative. But no, I don't have enough bad hobbies. Well, back then, eating and drinking.
Yeah, but like
That was a hobby.
yeah, those are bad hobbies.
I don't know if that's a
guess.
hobby. You wouldn't call it a hobby, but I don't know. What do you have?
Mine wasn't even like that serious.
Oh, what were
Well,
yours?
mine were just funny. Remember when I was in between jobs and I literally just started like creating journals all day? Like I would spend all day on Canva creating journals and then I would get them printed and I'd be like, I'm gonna sell these journals.
That
Who
was
the fuck is gonna buy these stupid ass journals that aren't even aligned right on the paper? And you know,
yeah, that was
I
funny.
spit on that shit.
I bought one or two.
I know, my biggest supporter. But that wasn't even the worst hobby. I have funnier ones.
Which one?
Remember when I spent like 3 days working on a fashion manual?
Oh my god, I do.
Like an educational fashion manual. I spent like 3 days all day like
Where
it
did
was
you
my
get
job.
this idea?
I don't know.
I remember
I was like, I'm gonna sell this fashion manual because I saw people selling shit on TikTok or something, and I was like, I can make something and sell it. What the talking about
I feel
fashion?
like it was pretty good, but I remember you telling me about this, and I don't think I thought like, what the fuck. I think at that time, when was that? That was years ago, right?
Yeah, a few years
I think
ago.
at that time I was just like
2 years.
I was like, awesome, something to give her some sort of drive,
Purpose.
passion.
I was like,
go for it, Anna,
definitely
go.
in mania, like just jumping from one hobby. to
No,
the
you
next.
were just reaching for something to like.
But anyways, the whole point
That's
is
funny.
that your hobbies don't have to be productive; just have to bring you joy.
Yeah,
That's the whole ass point.
easy thing. Whole ass.
The whole ass point.
The whole ass.
But anyways, so in losing yourself and you're finding yourself and you're choosing yourself. Okay. And I actually had like a serious like
I don't know that I can. All I can think about is your face.
okay, but I actually
Okay,
do
go.
have like a serious like share about like the first time I chose me. Like we talked about.
Yeah.
Did you have one?
No, so I was gonna say. You
Oh,
share
okay.
yours.
So it's a time when you're trying to find rest, but you felt guilty but chose to do it anyways.
Okay.
So for me, like I'm trying to figure out how I want to phrase this. I chose myself. I gave up a lot, but I chose myself and I chose rest, even though I felt guilty about it. So it's when I quit both my jobs, my internship, and my school, dropped out of school for my master's. Okay. It's not like I dropped out of high school. Relax.
Yeah, dropped out of master's program.
Yeah.
Social work.
So I did all that to go away and work on my mental health. And that was like the rest that I needed, but I felt so bad for taking. I felt guilty for taking. I felt like I gave up everything for nothing. Like I don't know, it was a lot, but it was like I lost a lot, but I found myself too. And I feel like that like I chose my mental health over like fulfilling this ideal life path that I had set in my mind.
Let me ask you something. Did you feel that way back then?
Did I feel
The way that you're talking about it now? Did you think that or feel that back then?
yeah, I
You
mean no.
It's and I only ask you that because I thought you'd say no, and I think it's very cool that this topic has allowed the ability for you to reflect on a time so long ago and reframe it
Yeah.
with, like, a purpose and, like, seeing, like, I needed rest and I needed that, and it felt like, like, it just, like because I think, like, had you never thought of this, not that that time of life comes up super often, or maybe it does, but, like, you might have hold that same feeling of, I feel bad that I dropped out, and I feel
Like
bad that I quit those jobs, and then I feel bad that I had to go get help.
yeah.
But, like, this whole process, now when you think back on that, this is gonna be, like, the new, like, face that you see over that whole time of
Mhm.
life, and I
Yeah.
think that's super, like, it's crazy, and it's, like, extremely necessary, and I'm really glad that you think differently about that.
Yeah. I mean, after lots of time, because it's been some time now, but
Yeah, like
it is
7 years.
yeah, but I chose myself and that was the first time that I chose me and that was my big thing, but
So crazy, Anna.
so crazy.
It is, because the way that, like, you're talking about that time of, like, choosing you, that is not how you felt back then,
Yeah.
like, at all,
No, I know.
And it's, like, so nice to see. You thought I was gonna hit you. You're
Yes.
Well,
But
that's
but
good.
that's
Wow, look at this. This is great.
yeah, this is great. I'm glad we did this.
Yeah, I'm
Thanks for
this whole, like, laughing the whole time before and up to this point.
yeah, so basically
The transitions.
change can be scary and uncomfortable and it might not always we might feel guilty going into it, but it ain't no thing. It's what you're supposed to do. And
It's so good. Where are you going right now? Because I have something to say.
oh, I was just gonna
Yeah. So, I guess in, like, what you just demonstrated, I think is, like how ways that, it falls into ways we can get out of the survival mode.
mm,
As part of getting out of survival mode is practicing self-compassion.
mhm.
And I think that that whole thing that you did with looking back, it's like past self-compassion on, like,
Yeah.
on past times, which is possible. Because I think now, because you don't really think, when we think about self-compassion, we think about, like, what's happening in the now.
Well, yeah, but you have to give yourself grace about things or you'll never forgive yourself.
Yeah, it's true. But self-compassion, practicing of self-care, getting out of the survival mode and stuff, we create structure. Some boundaries are also in there. Having our support system, I think, can help us get out of that. And then acknowledging, like, the little wins in life. That's all I wanted to say.
No? Mic drop.
Didn't call for that at all. I didn't say anything that profound.
Mic
Wait,
drop.
right here. Cool. Oh no, that doesn't mess with it. Can you still hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Good. Okay.
Um,
Anyways, go on.
anyways, so some tools that you can use to rebuild your identity in real life would be one, making a list. Try to make a list of things that bring you joy.
Yeah. What
Some
makes you feel
yeah, something
alive?
that has nothing to do with healing. It's not or at least that's not why you're doing it. It's not
Mhm.
like you're making a progressive movement to heal like or achieve something.
Just something that you
Like
enjoy.
yeah, something that you simply enjoy that
Mhm.
is it's not about how good you do it or like
Yeah.
whatever. You're just open to trying new things.
Mhm.
And that's another thing. Allowing yourself to try new things.
Yeah.
Maybe
Taking up new hobbies.
yeah, new hobbies, maybe experimenting with your style.
What else can we do to rebuild?
So another one is like a mirror mantra.
We love a
We
mantra.
love mantras.
No, we
and
don't.
well, I'm starting to.
Good for you.
Yeah. And so a mantra could be like my worth is not based on my achievements or
That's a good one.
like I'm worthy even when I'm not quote unquote useful.
Hmm.
So those are a few that you could do. The joy list, experimenting with hobbies and style, and the mirror mantra. Mantra. Those are all things that you can do. But we're just gonna quickly reintroduce ourselves. I don't
Oof.
know.
I don't know if I want to do this.
I'm
Please
gonna
allow me to reintroduce
introduce
myself. My name is Wiki. Wiki, 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 Slim Shady. I don't know. That is part of a song, but I don't know what song that is.
Oh, I'm lying. I
Okay,
don't know what
anyways,
that is.
introduce
I'm
ourselves.
gonna reintroduce myself. Okay, instead of I am the strong one, I am someone who is emotional and vulnerable, and I'm someone who knows or someone that asks for help when she needs it. So that's what I'm reintroducing myself as that. Instead of the strong and the funny one. Do you have to pee or
Yes,
something?
yes. I was gonna say that, and I'm gonna pause it.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Coffee hit me.
Do what? This is gonna be the longest one ever, but I guess you have a lot to take out, right?
Yeah.
You know that at BurgerFi, it's buy one get one free because it's national, or buy one get one for $1 because it's National Cheeseburger Day,
Oh my God.
right? Right?
Mm-hmm. Get your ass back in here.
Tell me, if I didn't wash my hands, you're probably gonna tell everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, what were we talking about? And she back. Sing. Okay, so I just reintroduced myself, and now it's your turn.
Okay. Hi, my name is Monica. Hi, Monica. Isn't that what you guys say in AA?
I don't go to AA,
That was a bad
but
joke.
yeah, I have been there. And yes, that's what
Hi,
they say.
Monica. Okay, so mine is instead of I'm a fixer, I am someone who puts myself first.
Yeah, we love that. We love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, quickly now. We have a quick wrap up game. We're gonna each spitfire one word answer. One thing I thought defined me but doesn't anymore. Go.
Be needed.
That's 2 words. Yeah, I'm just
Yours.
kidding.
Yours.
I'm just kidding. Education.
Okay, one chaotic habit I still low key miss. Go.
Drinking.
Be needed.
Damn, you put the same answer. Okay. One peaceful ritual that feels good right now.
Working out.
Meditating.
One word I want my new identity to include.
Hopeful.
Self-serving.
Oh.
Bowser. Who's the winner? Everybody.
So this podcast
Was a mess.
being adjourned. I just want to leave you with some reflections. We can reflect this week. Who were you told to be, that you had to be? For example, I would say that I was told to be strong and kind of emotionless, to like keep my emotions in. So that's something I can reflect on. I haven't put too much thought into that, but I just wanted to give you guys an example. And then who am I when I'm not performing or pleasing or fixing, achieving? Like, who am I when I'm not those things, not doing those things? And then I highly encourage you to try to think and make a list of things that bring you joy. Like, try to think of 5 things that bring you joy. And if you can't think of 5 things that bring you joy, think of things that you want to do that could possibly bring you joy that you've never tried. And with that, I dismiss you.
Go in peace. I was trying to think of what else they say in church. Go in peace.
Blessings. I'm a crab.
Peace be with you. And also with you.
Namaste.
Namaste. Thanks for coming, guys. See you
Thank
next
you.
time.
Bye.